Manisha Kirti. I'm an architect and a landscape architect working in IGBC as an associate counselor. I'm taking care of Green Your School program. And we welcome you all for being part of this webinar and also the program. And it is, in fact, through the program webinar series, we are able to connect with many schools, and we are actually making schools to know about many techniques and many many ideas that are actually emerging through this program. And we welcome you all. And coming to the IGBC Green Your School program, the program is done by IGBC, whereas it is supported by Carrier, and the supporting association is United Way of Delhi. So collaboratively, we are working towards this program to get more schools, to work towards sustainable goals and also to green their school by various ideas that they can come up with. So today's webinar is mainly concentrating on a specific topic that Ms. Gargi from IGBC will be giving an idea on. So let us start the program. So before we get into the webinar topic, let me introduce about what is IGBC, what is this program all about. So IGBC, Indian Green Building Council, is the founding member of World Green Building Council, WGBC, since 2004, and it is India's only council working towards greening and sustainability development in India. So it had started the green movement in India 20 years back. So IGBC collab, it is working on 30, it had developed around 32 rating systems in almost all building and environmental typologies and categories like net zero, commercial, residential, transit, built environment, education, industrial, and health and well-being. The main idea of IGBC's rating system is basically to convert all the places where we stay, work, live, learn, play, transit, and worship, turn, go green. And coming to the Green School rating system, IGBC's Green School rating system, it is one of the 32 rating systems which is specifically addressed, or which is specifically designed to meet the sustainable ideas and sustainable necessities in a school. So coming to the green building movement in India, as I already told, it started with one building in 2021, that is IGBC's CII GBC, Godrej Business Center, with spanning about 20,000 square feet. And today, this has inspired about 15,000 plus green building projects to turn to go green with 14 plus billion square feet of area. Coming to the IGBC Green School programs, as a part of not just the IGBC Green Your School program, but IGBC had developed many programs to encourage kids at a very young age to turn their responsibility towards sustainability. I request all the participants to please mute yourself so that there won't be any disturbance in between to the rest of the listeners. Um, so coming to the IGBC Green School programs, there are many programs which has been done by IGBC as a part of Green School program. So it includes quiz programs, it includes craft making programs, it includes Green Your School program, painting competitions, and also elocution competitions at a very state level and a national level. Coming to the activities, as I told you, we conduct awareness programs, education and training, implementation of green features through the rating systems. And about 110 schools got certified by IGBC, and nearly 60 to 70 schools are undergoing certification program through this rating. So coming to the IGBC Green Your School program, as I told you, it is supported by Carrier, and the supporting association is United Way of Delhi. This is the 19th edition of IGBC Green Your School program. So since past 18 years, we were conducting this program, and it had done a phenomenal change in the school education, and also it had brought together various schools to come up with many sustainable newer ideas every time. And this had helped schools and also the teachers, mainly the students, particularly the students, to attain green principles in their curriculum and practice within the school. So this year, in the 19th edition of the program, we came up with the theme, Energize with Care and Protect What's Rare. So it is basically to encourage the students to explore how their choices affect forests and wildlife, and emphasize the importance of conservation practices to reduce those impacts. So So the theme encourages a sense of responsibility and stewardship towards energy conservation and biodiversity protection, which directly, it actually complements all the IGBC's goals and the rating system that we are talking about, promoting sustainability, eco-conscious behavior, and green infrastructure in schools. By embedding the Energize with care and protect what's rare, the message that we want to give to the schools through the IGBC framework is to inculcate eco-literacy, action-based learning, and stewardship mindset. So this is a key, it plays a key role in shaping the green leaders of tomorrow from the schools. So we always believe that schools are the first places where students and the children will be able to explore and learn new things, definitely. And in that case, why not sustainability and green? So coming to the awards and recognition, which I will be explaining about the entire program in detail, but for your initial understanding, we thought awards and recognition. So top three winning schools will be given about 3 lakh of grant towards implementation of green ideas along with the trophy and certificate. Next five schools, 2.25 lakhs of grant towards implementation of green ideas and certificates. And all participating schools. Certificate of participation will be given to all the participating schools. So today, my friend Gargi Das, she will be explaining about the webinar topic which we have chosen for webinar series part 3, that is illuminating sustainability and energy efficiency and wildlife protection in schools. So she is an architect and an urban planner working as an associate counselor at CII IGBC. Over to you, Gargi. Hello, Gargi.
Yeah, I'm audible, right?
Yes.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Manisha. So, as Manisha has already said, I'm an architect and an urban planner. So, today I'll be taking the third webinar about the topic is illuminating sustainability. It's energy efficiency and wildlife protection in schools. So, we are exploring how artificial lighting affects birds, insects, and nocturnal animals by disrupting their natural behaviors and habitats. So, we will discover how practical eco sensitive solutions such as solar powered, low glare, timer based, and motion sensitivity lighting that maintain safety while protecting biodiversity and supporting a healthier nighttime environment. So, what we will go through these 15 minutes is like about the light pollutions. So I think you all have already heard about noise pollution, air pollution, right? So if we talk what is pollution, it's like whatever unwanted things like in noise, unwanted noise is there that affect the environment, that affect us, is known as noise pollution. So for example, air pollution, whatever some substances or any intoxicacy, anything is there in the air that pollute the air, which affect the environment as well as our health, is known as air pollution. So for example, similarly like noise and air pollution, we have light pollution. So what happens in light pollution? It's like we have our birds, that night birds and all, right? Those are known as nocturnal animals. So for them, uh, they can see only during the night time. So if there is light somewhere, then that is a pollution for them. Okay, but we the also have to see the safety of us, like during night time we also need lights to have the human safety. If there is a dark space, there will be no safety, right? So there should be safety, and also it should not disturb the environment, it should not disturb the animals, the birds, the insects that travel during the night time. Because what happens, those nocturnal animals, they can see only because of the moonlight. If there is something, if there is light, then they can't see, they will just go here and there. So today we'll go through that topic. Next slide please. So there, what are the hidden costs of artificial lighting? It is like what happens, those birds, when there is some artificial lighting, so for example those buildings, those are having lights all throughout the night time. What happens, those birds they get their like they will miss their path, they will be attracted towards the light, they will think that's a moonlight, and they will go, and then they will collide with the buildings, and they will die. Those birds will die. So, and also what happens, the insects, so the pollination cycle or the reproduction of the insects also get disturbed. And then for the nocturnal animal, what happens, the feeding and breeding patterns also get disturbed for these night animals. Okay. And also during the during night time, when we switch on our light in a very bright way, what happens, the predator or the prey, it becomes imbalanced. How? For example, if there is some birds or in some insects which need to hide, but because of the light, some birds can see those insects and will eat those insects, right? And also sometimes what happens, some uh, uh, birds will get disturbed because of those light, and then they won't be able to see those light. Because of light, they won't be able to see, again it will disturb the ecosystem. So anyhow, when there is no natural environment, in an artificial environment, it may get disturbed for the night birds. So what happened, light pollution creates ecological traps. It becomes like a trap. It's artificial lighting, right? That affects insects away from their natural habitats. It actually disturbs their natural habitats, and it leads to population declines that threaten the entire local ecosystem. If any species, any habitat, if their existence get declined, it will affect the whole ecosystem. It's not only that species will get affected, it will even affect the food cycle. Everything will get disturbed. So we should be very careful while even putting on our lights, like what type of lights we should place, how we should place. There are some system, so I'll go through it. Next slides please. Yeah, so here we have how school lighting impact and what school can do. How, as a school, we can be a part to have a balanced ecosystem. What we can do. So, for example, first is community engagement initiatives. So, main thing is that awareness. So, most of the people are not aware of. They think we are switching on the light, we are able to see, we are able to go. So, it's perfect. But we are not aware that some animals are getting disturbed. So awareness campaign is very important. Secondly, we can have some star glazing. So at night, we can see, like when where there are no lights. For example, when we go to some Manali, Himachal Pradesh, when we go to some hilly areas, at night we can see so beautiful stars. But here in the city, we are not able to see any stars. Why? Because of all this development is going on and all this light pollution, we are not able to see. So we can have some engagement activity to have this star glazing, so that we can understand how important it is, how we are changing day by day, right? Without unknowingly, especially. Then it is implementing sustainable lighting. So eco-friendly lighting is very important. Eco-friendly lighting, when we say, it's like LED lights. Nowadays, everywhere there are LED lights. It's very important to place LED lights instead of having some old bulb or something like that. And also the motion sensors, you all know, it's like there should be sensor lights whenever we are walking, like we are walk in, then the light will glow. Whenever there is no person, no one, then light can be just dimmed off. Okay. And then we have downward facing lights. So I'll explain all those things step by step. Downward facing light, as in those street lights, whatever parking lights, street lights, or any lights in outside gardens, the lights should be placed downwards, so that the light can fall only in the pathway and not above the sky, like not to the sky. Okay. Then low glare system is also there. The glare can be of low, like there should not be very bright light, some low glare where we can just simply see and just work. Okay. Next, we have broadening natural areas. So we can see nowadays, most of these schools, it may be little away from the city, outskirt of the cities, like colleges, schools, all those things. So when it is outskirt of the cities, those are little naturally sensitive areas. There are some natural lake or some forest might be there. So for those schools, it should be very very protective, very sensitively we should design those lights. Okay. Then we have traditional lighting system, as I have already explained. Those old lighting setups, like bright flood these flood lights, or always on, the fixtures which are always on, we can just avoid those lighting systems. We can use new systems, new technologies like LED or motion sensors. Okay, next slide please. So next, it's energy efficiency, a win for budget and the environment. So how energy efficiency can be a benefit for us. So what happens when we use lighting systems which is energy efficient? When we say energy efficient lighting, it can be LED lights that can reduce the energy consumption. Okay, so what happens when we replace our old lighting system with LED lights? It actually reduces 50% of energy reduction happens. Energy consumption reduces to 50%. Then also budget savings. When there is a less reduction in energy consumption, automatically the electricity, the maintenance cost will come down. Okay, it will get reduced. So 30% of our budget can be saved in energy, in electricity. Then we have carbon reduction. So we all know when there is a less energy consumption, energy emits carbon, right? When there is a less energy consumption, automatically the carbon emission will be less. So we all are aware of carbon emission is bringing to climate change. So we should be very, very like yeah, very focused to reduce our energy carbon emissions. And how we can do that? One of the point is we can reduce our energy consumption, okay, through energy efficient lighting systems. So here what's written: wildlife friendly lighting benefits. What are the benefits? It can reduce the light pollution first. Second, it can also support the human health. Also our health will diseases will get reduced. Then third, it can save energy. The cost of the energy it will get saved. And then fourth, it will have opportunity to understand the environmental and sustainability systems, sustainability patterns among the students. Those are the benefits that is there. Next slide, please, Amisha. Next slide. Yeah. So, benefits. What are the benefits of modern lighting systems? So here we can eliminate the harmful chemicals. So for from the old bulbs, which was the old traditional bulbs or something like that, it used to even produce some harmful chemicals. Okay. So when we are taking some modern lighting systems, then we can actually eliminate the harmful chemicals, because since nowadays everything is going towards sustainability, even this lighting system is also going towards the sustainability. Then we have improved student alertness. When we use full spectrum LEDs. When we tell about full spectrum LED, what does it mean? It means those LED lights which looks like natural light, like natural day lighting we have, right? Those spectrum give the natural lighting system, the light. So the in that light, the things are very clear. Like in daylight, how we will see those colors or the way we will see, in those full spectrum LEDs also we can see the same way. So that will affect the students health. It will improve their alertness, it will improve their productivity. Then to reduce maintenance requirements, what happens when we remove the old lighting systems technologies? It also helped in maintenance, like it will reduce the maintenance and operation cost of the school. And also it redirects savings to educational resources. When it reduces the maintenance cost, when it reduces the cost, we can use that money in some other activities for the growth of the students, for the growth of the school, right? Next slide please. Then we have wildlife friendly lighting principles. What are the principles we should adopt? Okay, so the first is spectrum selections. So nowadays lighting experts or anywhere in the lighting shops, we can get the modern light systems which are like warm not like warm colors. It's not very bright warm colors, but it's like warm and which reduce the sky glow, which have less impact in the sky, and also it minimize the wildlife sensibility. like it's like wildlife sensitivity. The lights are of wildlife sensitivity. Nowadays we used to get in our shops also. And these lights are actually recommended by environmental experts. Then we can have proper shielding. Shielding, as I have already mentioned, that light should be directed downwards, not topwards, okay, so that the light can only focus towards the pathway, not to the sky. Then we have low and local lighting. For example, this light intensity should be low, like it should be dim light or something like that, and it should be close to the ground. As much as the light can be, it should be close to the ground, so that the light rays, the distance is reduced, so that the pathway for the animals, for the birds, is reduced. The night birds can go from top of the light, like the distance should be reduced of the light, okay, light rays. Then adaptive controls as in the timer based or motion sensors, those systems we should adopt. Next slide, please. So here you can see some pictures how practical lighting solutions for school can be worked out. So LED light. Before you can see those old bulbs and all were there. Next, there is a second picture. Is the after is the LED lights. They have retrofitted, and it's like a warm white. It's not bright white color. It's like warm white color. Okay, those LED fixtures should be replaced. Then here you can see second picture. It's like when the girl was going away from the street light. The street light was turned off. When she was near the street light, it was turned on. It is motion sensor. Okay, when she again went away, it became off. Also, we can do one thing. It's not totally off or on when the person is not there. The brightness can be reduced, okay. That's known as motion activated or time based outdoor lighting systems, because safety is also necessary, and also we should take care of the birds and animals. Next slide, please. So here you can see solar options. So you can see in this first picture, those are the solar panels are there, and those lights are facing downwards, right? So when we use solar powered lighting systems for pathways or parking, what happens? It reduces the carbon footprint, because we are not using fossil fuels to generate electricity. We are using solar, we are using renewable energy. So that's why uh, automatically we are reducing the carbon emissions, okay, carbon footprints. And also the lights, you can see it's downwards. Here you can see night polluted sky. The first picture is like bright light, and it is going top, bottom, left, right, everywhere, the light, right? So there you cannot see the stars. When you go from left to right, the best is that, obviously, that is motion sensor, timer based light. And then better is fully shielded. It's like the light is only in the pathway. There you can see night sky. That is known as like there is less light pollution, okay. And then here it is written shielded fixtures, okay. Next slide, please. So here are some of the examples. It's yeah. So Indian Institute of Science, it's in Bangalore campus, coexistence with bats. So what this campus was, it's related to biodiverse wildlife. Okay, they actually had several bat species in that campus itself. So what they have done, they have uh, like replace the old lighting systems with LED lights, and also the motion sensors and all. And after that, when they have done the interview, they have seen the activity of bat sensitive lighting they have used, and then they can see the behavior of the bats. So how previously bats were behaving because of the lights, and when they have replaced those lights with LED light and downward facing lights, how it has been behaved. Just a second. Yeah. So next example is Durham Castle, England. This is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So what they have done, they have implemented timers and motion sensors, and also they have implemented automatically dim lights. As I have already mentioned, the light will automatically get dimmed, and that's how they have also like it was automatically dimmed during the bed roasting hours, and it increases, the light gets increases only when the visitors are there. If no one is there, that there will be dim light. So that's how it helped. Then the third example is Flagstaff, Arizona. It's the first world's international dark sky city. What they have done, they have used LED fixtures, and they used to cut off the light for schools and public buildings totally during the night time. And that's how, when they have documented, they have seen increase in wildlife activity during night, and also they have saved a lot of energy. But it's better to have dim light because safety is also important, and also the lights can be towards the downward, and motion sensors and all. Next slide, please. So here we have how to get started. So now, as a school students or in a school, how we can start. First, we can do some audit. There are some app to understand the lighting system, current lighting systems, and also what is the energy use or what is the impact in on the surroundings. There are some launch toolkit or DOE lighting toolkit are there. Lot many applications are there nowadays to understand the glare of the light or to understand the impact of the surrounding area. After that, once we have done the audit, we can just analyze, we can monitor, we can do research about sustainable lighting systems. What are the different sustainable lights can be used, and also this can create some projects. There can be some projects among the science, technology, and environmental studies. And then we can also like go and take help from the experts, like we can collaborate with local authorities, wildlife experts, or lighting professionals. There are many lighting professionals nowadays. And also we can select the appropriate fixtures or appropriate controls and implementation strategies, like how it can help. Once everything is done, we can just document, we can analyze the energy savings, how much savings we have done after retrofitting. Then the wildlife benefits, what are before, how the wildlife was, the behavior of wildlife was there. After changing those lighting systems, how the behavior of the wildlife has been changed, how the behavior of even the small small insects have been changed, we can see. And also uh, there can be like awareness program, and it can lead to a example. The school can be an best example to be like as a model example, so that other schools or any other park or anything, any development area can go through that example, right? Next slide, please. So when we go this lighting the way forward, a call to action. So what we should do, let's switch off light pollution together for our planet and our students and our future. So it is our duty to take the first step to switch off the light pollutions, not the light, but the light pollutions, to change the light pollutions to help the ecosystem. So what are the benefits we are getting that wildlife friendly lighting practices? The first is the biodiversity protections. We can protect the biodiversity. Second, there is a energy savings. A lot of energy savings will happen. Third, safer learning space. It is beneficial for the students, for the teachers, for everyone are present in that ecosystem. Then leadership in conservation. It's like to lead the step forward and then inspiring future generations. It's us who need to take the first step and inspire the future generations. So this is a time to act, right? And every light we improve creates a brighter future and wildlife, for the wildlife and people alike. So it's not only for us, the world is not only for us, but it's for each and every species, though it may be the species that are roaming around during the daytime with all of us, or maybe the night species that we are not aware of. At night we are sleeping, we don't know what are the animals are moving around. So we should take care of every living beings. Thank you so much. Over to you, Manisha.
Yeah, thank you so much, Gargi. In fact, it was a very insightful presentation on illumination and the sensitivity regarding the lower animal species that we usually don't think of. Thank you so much, and now we'll just go with the second speaker. That is no now we'll get to know about the green school rating system, which is aligning with all the topics what Gargi had already discussed right now. So IGBC Green School Rating System is one of the 32 rating systems which addresses the schools. And what is a green school? Green school is basically it is the one which addresses health and hygiene, conserves natural resources, uses less water, it optimizes the energy efficiency, and generates less waste as compared to a conventional school. So the benefits are definitely included, like the first main benefit is to see the principles of green at a very tender age by living in such schools by studying in such schools which has all these implementations, and improve quality of life through daylighting, ventilation, and hygiene, and drinking water, healthy food, and hygiene toilets. So a green school, by turning a green school, there is an improvement in the building performance as well, where energy savings are seen up to 30 to 50%, and water savings up to 20 to 30%. Other than the energy and water, the rating system also addresses the infrastructural facilities, anthropometrical requirements of writing desks, sitting benches, lights and fans, the equipment, the energy efficient equipment, and facilities like for physical activities like outdoor and indoor play area. So many schools, around 110 schools got certified by IGBC all over India, and a few of them are Cygnus World School, Modi in Vadodara, Modi School in Rajasthan, Saraswati Bal Mandir in Delhi, Ramakrishna Mission High School in Chennai, and it is like it has though it is 10 years since the school has been registered, and since the schools are turning green, but these implementations are widely adapted by many schools, and we are going to soon touch around 170 schools under certification. So it is applicable for both existing and new schools. The rating system has been launched in September 2014. And the benefits, as I had already gave an idea, the benefits of green and healthy schools, basically the performance of the students and also building performance improves. Pedagogy in science and art and education, community, which where it helps the community to educate the greater benefits of the green principles, and also it imparts the a stewardship to the students, a responsibility and an accountability towards environment at a very tender age. As I told, the rating system has four levels. One, the highest is the platinum, which attains global leadership, the gold, national excellence, silver, outstanding performance, and certified the best practices. So the holistic approach to the sustainability towards, focuses on these areas like site selection and planning, sustainable water practices, conserving and harvesting energy, eco-friendly school materials, indoor environmental quality, health and well-being, and green education. Now I request Mr. Architect Halak Shah is an environmental care professor at Shrimad Rajchandra Gurukul in Dharmapur. So he was the one who had guided the three girl students from Shrimad Rajchandra Gurukul, Valsad, Gujarat, and the school, this particular school had attained. Selected as the top three school winners in IGBC Green Year School Program 2024, and we still remember the day how those girls had given their presentation, learning Hindi in just in 1 week to 10 days. And it was a very exciting jury of all the, in fact, with all the schools, but definitely this particular school played a major role that day. I still remember it. Over to you, Halak.
Thank you so much, Manisha ma'am. So yeah, definitely this was miracle and wonders and a lot of grace from our spiritual master Puja Gurudev Shri, and a lot of confidence that these girls had, and even from the jurors side a lot of comfort and ease because it was the first time that these girls were flying in a plane, the first time they came out of their village, the first time they saw two cities, Mumbai and Bangalore. So definitely IGBC had a lot to offer. Let me walk you through Shrimad Rajchandra Gurukul, an initiative of Shrimad Rajchandra Mission Dharampur in South Gujarat, Valsad. So this entire journey is a story where some people in some part of our rural India are actually doing amazing work with environment and sustainability and have woven it into their day-to-day lifestyles. So here I'll just take a moment to bow down to our spiritual master, Pujya Gurudev Shri Rakesh Ji, and his guru, Srimad Rajchandra Ji, by whom this mission and this school is named after. So about Gurukul, giving you all a context, so there aren't many opportunities. If you all know South Gujarat, it's a pretty downtrodden area. It's very vernacular, especially the districts from Valsad, Dang, and Navsari. There are only tribal villages and the start of Western Ghat, so a lot of schools, don't even have access to computers, electricity, and they're landlocked schools on small hillocks during monsoons because the rivers overflow and the bridges break down. So one such school next to a riverbed is ours, which is Shrimad Rajchandra Gurukul. So there are 135 girls, 265 boys, 140 hostelites, and these are children who generally they don't get access to further education. So this is the prime time. Schooling ends at around 10th or 12th. Very few people from this region actually go ahead to pursue their bachelor's or master's degree. So just giving a gist, and about 140 plus villages, there are students hailing from 140 plus villages that are studying in this school at the moment. This is our location. If you see the India map, it's just below Surat, and it's actually called the Cherrapunji of Gujarat. So this entire region, because it receives the highest amount of rainfall in entire Gujarat. This is our team. These are our girls that have created wonders. Yogini Bhusara, Trupti Bhoya, and Rajal Pandya, all from nomadic tribe and scheduled caste category. And as you can see, they've not even worn footwear and chappals before this entire event, and then they came and the jury was so supportive and they presented their ideas with full confidence. So these are the ideas that, just giving you all a glimpse, these are the ideas that they have all come up together. It's very rudimentary, very rural, but all very implementable and possible by the students and for the students. So let me walk you through a lot of these green initiatives at depth. These were the top 5 ideas that we've presented. One being upcycled sound garden. So this comes from a story from the school. There is a group in Gurukul which actually uses old metal ladders, chairs, bottles, water drums, dustbin lids to create a stomp. So a stomp is a musical come dance performance with waste materials, and they perform this at Mumbai Marathon and at multiple big philanthropy events representing our organization. So they're very good with these drumsticks and these materials. So we wanted to create a permanent setup where their band can actually practice in the form of an upcycled sound garden made out of complete waste materials. Another was solarizing the tribal education off grid. So this is something that we have been doing for the last 10 years.
Halak, you're not audible. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think you're audible now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear.
Yeah. So, second one is solarized tribal education off grid. So, this is again something, it's a problem that they are facing. There is electricity outages at the most random times. And in spite of having electrical connections, because of Kathiabazi and a lot of other regional problems, they don't have access to continuous, reliable source of electricity generation in the nights. So that's why you'll see school children generally working in fields and with notebooks, walking through and finishing their chores as well as trying to educate themselves. So we tried to give them an off-grid solar lamp solution. Another was bicycling, upcycling, and recycling, waste to energy. So here we essentially the idea came with a cocoa bowl. So just coconut bowls and coconuts are being used everywhere, but we realized that those coconut bowls can be used in these hostels for giving their basic food. So it's the perfect portion that can be given during midday meals also. So they started upcycling coconut bowls with chisels and razors and stuff. And then they thought if they can actually start manufacturing this and selling it in their pastime or in their hostel, post school hours hostel time, also generating electricity on the side. Then Gaukrete, I'll talk about this in depth later. Gaukrete and Prakritik paint, it's an innovative solution for recycling Next is nature-based solutions. So their school does not have a fenced wall as such. It's just adjacent and abutting a road. Sometimes we face a lot of animals coming in, domesticated animals and wild animals and snakes coming in. So they wanted to create like a proper natural bio fence with a bamboo wall. And also last year there was this one student who wanted to take up botany and they had only heard about stevia, so we got one stevia plant and they harvested it. And they so in this region generally stevia doesn't grow, it needs a much cooler climate, but in the winters they managed to grow an entire stevia plantation. So that gave us an idea of conducting such experiments on an annual basis with the school children, where they learn about moringa, stevia, and one very important one is medicinal biopharmacy garden, which I'll talk about later when we go in depth. So this was our first idea. As I just told you, it is instruments made out of waste, steel waste, metallic waste, plastic waste, drums, bamboo, waste bamboo from construction sites, waste metal rods, wires, a lot of this kind of stuff, which we will convert into a garden, something around 500 to 100 square feet. We're trying to create a small sort of a garden for them. Then next is solar lamp. As I told you, this is a portable solar lamp which the kids will construct themselves. We're doing this in partnership with Energy Swaraj Foundation and the Solar Man of India. And these are working very well. So earlier idea, we had used the solar demis from some video that one of our kids had referenced from Philippines. But that was only solving the daylight problem. So they would fix basic plastic bottles with a little bit of acid in it onto the bleach in it and onto the rooftops, and it would create a light which is free of any grid or any electricity. But this did not solve their night light problem. So again we came up with this entire solar lamp which is portable, customizable. They can wear it around their neck and go in the farms. It's also good because a lot of these girls don't have a washroom attached to their home and they have to walk down to a nearby washroom. So they need light at night also in emergencies. So this is a product which will be used by every member of their family rather than only the students. Then coming with cycling, upcycling, and recycling. So one of the parts is where we wanted to show cycle to energy. One of the parts is where we wanted to experiment if we can grind a coconut bowl on a bicycle, just how we sharpen knives. And the third one is having a food cycler on campus so that whatever food a lot of the outside children are getting, they know that the waste food they can put in it and see it getting converted into compost within 3 to 4 hours. So getting a Vitamix food cycler. Now this was Gaukrete, a very, very innovative solution. So from the cow dung that we generally see in rural households, everybody has some cows at their own home. So they've created bricks, actual breathable bricks and vernacular bricks technology with cow dung, basic lime and local soil, a refined local soil, and also using gobar paint. So basically, cow dung paint or prakritik paint, as it is called, for painting their walls of the school and any kind of painting activities in their own village. So this is one experiment we're yet to do, thanks to IGBC. We're soon going to be putting this into the implementation phase. And the last one was nature-based solutions. So just how we all have a homeopathic or an allopathic kit at our homes, which is helpful for us in emergency cases. A lot of these rural villages in India do not have access or cannot afford to have that kit and don't even understand basic things like the medicines are expiring and cannot be used. So, to fill this gap, the kids came up with a concept of a biopharmacy garden, which is Ayurvedic in nature. So they did a survey of the most common diseases for which kids stop coming to schools, like start bunking. And all those diseases, we came up with Ayurvedic plants that can be grown in their own microclimate in a garden in their village, which can be used by all the villagers. So that's the concept of a biopharmacy garden. So the kids want to create one such garden in the school, to inspire every parent and every kid that is coming to the school to replicate this in their own village. So this will be like a prototype created at school with labeling, and there'll be full knowledge given to the kids regarding. And this is all basic plans for immunity. Of course, for more medical attention, we have a hospital where we get them, and also about stevia, moringa, and bamboo fencing, as I just said previously. This is their current school layout. They're sharing the school premises with another skill development center to the right for all those kids who are stopping education and are dropouts and just can come for 3 to 6 months under Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. So to the right, you see that this is their school. So we want to implement the garden at the front green area here. Then the sound garden here, the biopharmacy and nature-based solutions and Ayurvedic garden here. Then the bicycle waste to energy part at the cycle parking area. Then the Gobar paint in their amphitheater and common sports area and running area. And essentially the solar lamps in where they are staying for hostel. So the hostel and kitchen part, this is where they'll be implementing that. So thank you so much. For giving us this opportunity, IGBC. Thank you for every single student out there who's dreaming to create some change and live a sustainable life and challenge the status quo and change what our previous generations has done. And thank you to Carrier, to CII, to United Way Delhi, and every single person who has motivated those girls enough to be able to face any crowd. And they've become like mini celebrities in their own village. And this has only come possible thanks to IGBC's competition. And they're very excited to start implementing these solutions in the upcoming months.
Definitely, Halak. Thank you so much. And we still remember the day of the jury and the very next day during the award
Over to
ceremony.
you,
How the
Manisha ma'am.
girls. Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah, so thank you so much. Thank you so much. It is really motivating, Halak, the way you have presented, and also to the schools, to the students, to the three girls who had, who had actually inspired many other students right there. And thank you so much for your presentation. And now I would like to give an idea on the Green Your School program, which Zoya have to present, but Zoya is not available today, so I'm taking over that. So IGBC Green Year School Program 2025. Now we are going to look into the a process on how we are going to how a school can register for it. So as I already told that this is a program, it's an annual program open to schools all over India. And it is basically to encourage the students to come up with innovative ideas and to implement those sustainable ideas to transform their campuses into green school campuses. So this initiative basically aims to reduce schools' carbon footprint and educate students on eco-friendly practices. So each participating school forms a team of one teacher and three students to develop green implementation ideas, and a jury from United Way Delhi, Carrier, and IGBC evaluates these ideas and select the top eight schools, whereas the top three schools will be given a chance to, the top three schools will be called to Green Building Congress in the month of November. Actually, this year it's happening in Mumbai, and they will be presenting their ideas to the jury. And United Way Delhi coordinates the event and monitors the implementation of the winning ideas. Certifying schools, the rest of the other five schools will be given about 2.25 lakhs of cash grant, and the top three schools will be given about 3 lakhs of cash grant, where they have to use it for the implementation of the ideas that they had come up with in their school. So the main objective of this entire program is to instill the eco-sensitivity behavior in the daily lifestyle of children, to enable students to spread awareness about environmental education among their societies, and to enable both new and existing schools to incorporate these ideas and monitor environmental friendly concepts in their schools. It is also to launch as many sustainable green buildings as possible along with the support of the industry. So the vision of the main program is to enable majority of the schools in India to convert into green schools by 2025. So the contest is being held since last 19 years. This is the 19th edition, and the applicable to all the schools all over India, where the team should consist of three students from 7th to 9th standard with one mentor. So this is the website, www.greenyourschool.in. So this is the website where you have to log in. Once you log in, you can register yourself. And the main ideology of the methodology of this particular program is the circulation of the information to the schools, which has been sent to all the schools. The schools register, and once they register, they develop the ideas, sustainable ideas based on the this year's theme, energize with care and protect what's rare. And once they done with the presentation, they will be submitting the presentation through the registered portal only. Upload their presentations in www.greenyourschool.in. And once pre-jury is done by IGBC team, the shortlisting happens, and during after that, top three schools finalists are called for GBC. And a written communication to all the eight schools goes, and the top three schools coordination happens, where the all the three schools food, accommodation, and travel will be paid by IGBC, and award distribution after the jury. After the jury, the very next day, in Mumbai, this year in Mumbai, we will be giving the award distribution to all the top three schools. So. Yeah, three schools and one teacher from each school forms a team, and they should come up with five ideas, five sustainable and well-being ideas on the given theme. And the ideas should be compiled in a PowerPoint presentation, where the once you register, the once you register, a redirected message will come to you, where the presentation format is already sent to most of the schools, and the schools have to basically come up with through the presentation. The school have to present all the five ideas by coming up with a narrative proposal. What are the benefits of the ideas through the ideas, and the approximate budget that it costs for all these five ideas individually. So the criteria, the practicality in implementation, sustainable ideas and health and well-being ideas, about 50% of the weightage is given for the marking. Innovative ideas about 25%, and benefits to the schools and society is up to 12.5%, and education and awareness about 12.5%. So the weightage distribution, benefits accounts to 25 and ideas accounts to 75%. These are few of the ideas which are implemented by IGBC Green Your School program winners, like solar water heater, rainwater harvesting, solar panels, hybrid system, paper recycling, vegetable gardens, vermicomposting. And in fact, many hundreds and thousands of ideas we were received were actually designed by the kids by themselves, and that definitely added a lot of benefits to the school. It reduced the environmental impact, improved health and well-being of the students and staff, lower operational costs, and enhance the learning environment within the school. Not only the five schools, the schools can concentrate on various vivid ideas like energy efficient ideas, water conservation, waste reduction, green landscaping, sustainable transportation, curriculum integration. Yeah. So this year, this is the registration for this particular program is completely free. We, as a part of the program, are conducting various awareness programs. Webinars is one of the major series which we are conducting. As Halak was mentioning in the last year Green Your School program, during also the webinars had actually helped a lot. And this year, we even designed and customized the webinars in such a way that we are in turn talking about many numerous types of topics that actually imparts that ideology of sustainability and green growth within the schools. So this is the QR code that schools can register through. And myself, Manisha Kirti Kavuri and Gargi Das, we are the one who are taking care of this program. And thank you so much, everyone. The next program for the webinar 4 is actually it is talking about designing pollinator and wildlife friendly zones in the schools on 21st. This is being conducted on 21st August. I would request all the schools to who had not yet registered. Please go through this QR code. Please scan the QR code and go to www.greenyourschool.in and you can register your school. And if you're having any doubts or any problem during the registration, you can definitely contact me through my mail ID, manisha.kavuri@cii.in. It is there on the web flyer as well. So any doubts you want to ask, now the session is open for question and answers. So you can definitely ask us. You can unmute yourself and please ask the questions in case if you are having any doubts.
Good afternoon, all.
Good
Am I
afternoon.
audible, ma'am?
Yes, yes.
Ma'am, this is Dibodhuti Roy from DAV Model School, Durgapur, West Bengal.
Yeah, hi.
Ma'am, I just want to ask one thing, that the deadline that you have shown me through the PPTs, there I have seen that by 1st of September, I have to register my school, right?
Yes, yes. First of
And
the register.
by October, I
1st.
have to upload the PPT. What plans I am going to, execute, that plans are through PPT. We are supposed to upload by October, right, ma'am?
October 1st, exactly.
The registration at the same time, we need not to put on the activities, plans at that particular moment, right?
No, not required, sir. You just have to register as of now. So once you register, the idea of registering early is to, give that any information related to Green Your School program. Once you register, it is easy for us to communicate to the registered schools.
Absolutely, ma'am. And ma'am, that time we need to register with the children name as well, right? I was seeing through the website.
Exactly.
The children name are required at the time of registration.
Yes, the participant name has to be given ahead.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. That much one there. Thank you.
So if any one is having any doubts, you can please ask us. And we definitely want you to encourage more schools to participate in this program and also coming webinars as well. So we have 3 to 4 more webinars which we'll be conducting, and definitely we want you to be part of it and encourage more schools, more students also to be part of it.
Ma'am, one more thing.
Yes, please.
Ma'am, the coming webinars are going to be on the same topic, or it will be different?
It will be on different topics. On every webinar, we are taking one topic, and we are we are giving a session, taking a session on a different topic each time.
Okay, like that particular school of Gujarat that sir has presented nicely, and we have got lot many of ideas. The school will be different on all those upcoming webinars, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah. Yes, Miss Rai or S. Rai, right? Someone had raised the hand. Yes, please.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you're audible, ma'am. Please.
Acha. Okay. Ma'am, the title which you have shown in this slide, which is being shown over here. So the next webinar is, that is a different competition, or
No, it's the same competition, ma'am. As a part of Green Your School program, this year's theme is Energize with Care and Protect What's Rare, where we are majorly concentrating on the theme is majorly talking about the energy choices a student or a school will take, considering the biodiversity into considerations, because every energy practice or a green and a sustainable energy practice will not ultimately benefit the, sometimes it might not benefit the biodiversity. So this is a very careful pick, and to support that particular theme, all these webinar programs or webinar series are being conducted. So all the for each and every webinar, there is one particular topic that we are talking on, and each topic is ultimately leading to the theme that we had taken for the 19th edition of IGBC Indian School Program.
Okay, so in order to give the idea with respect to the title or the theme which you have given for this year,
Yeah,
you are taking
we
on
are
the
connecting
webinar
them
so
with
that
this.
the schools can get an idea ki what all ideas they can incorporate, because of course the title
Exactly.
is bit, I mean, it is going towards wildlife.
Yeah.
So of
Yeah.
course we would also not able to understand what exactly what ideas have to be implemented.
It is meant that energize with care, where energy implementations have to be done mindfully without affecting the biodiversity and protect what's there. The rarest thing is the biodiversity, so biodiversity has to be conserved while taking wise decisions in terms of implementation of energy ideas.
So, ma'am, so while submitting the PPT, do we have to give our existing ideas as well as the proposed idea with respect to the themes?
Ideally proposed ideas, ma'am, but in case if your school is
Only the
already having any
proposed ideas, and okay, how many proposed ideas, ma'am, we are expected to
five
share?
school ideas, five ideas, ma'am. 5 proposals has to be given, 5 proposal ideas. In case if your school already have certain implementations which are very rare that your school had adapted, you can showcase that as a part of presentation for us to understand what is already there, what is your school already contributing.
Okay, okay, fine, fine.
But not
So
too many,
we
only
need not to,
peculiar.
so we need not to share the existing ideas. We just have to focus on the themes. So we have to
Exactly.
just share in the PPT.
Exactly.
We have to share the proposed idea with respect to the themes, right?
Exactly. All the 5 ideas that you are submitting should align with the theme.
Align with the theme. Okay.
Yeah. Any
And for
doubts
the
you are having, you
next
can
webinar,
write a mail to me, ma'am. Anything related to the idea, in case if you're not able to understand the theme, because it is not like the regular ideas that we need from the kids, because since it is happening since last 19 years, now the kids from the first edition to 19th editions, there are almost 2 generations of students had actually participated in this particular program, and now the students are coming with more smarter ideas and more innovative ideas and more sustainable ideas. So it is not the regular rainwater harvesting or regular waste segregation or regular solar panels, but this is being adapted widely all over the world. But we want the students to think bigger, think exclusive, think with respect to the topic given. So within energy ideas also, what are the major ideas that they can come up with? So these webinar sessions basically gives the awareness on the topic and the kind of ideas that they can come up with within the school. But still, they can definitely, their ideas can outgrow all of ours, and definitely they can come up with more topics. In fact, yes, Divya Jyoti Roy. Yes.
okay, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Thank you so much.
Ma'am, I just want to one more thing confirmed that do I need to register again for the upcoming webinars, or the email ID that you have already received of mine, I will be getting the link?
Not required, sir. It is already registered, and since if you register for one program, you will be getting the series of program mails for the participants. We'll send it to you.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Anyone else who want to ask the question? I'm not able to see the participant screen because I'm sharing the QR code. So you can please unmute yourself and you can speak.
To I mean, we have to scan this QR code, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But this is directing us for the registration. It is on the registration portal, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. This is for the registration of the school. For the program, you can register through this QR code.
Oh, achha.
Yeah. Or in
And
case
then
if
for
you're
the
not able to
webinar, how do
register
we
now,
register?
Webinar, you can send me your ID, ma'am, in the chat box. We will send you the link.
Acha, okay, I'm
Yeah.
sending here.
Yeah, we'll send you the poster, the webinar 4 poster. We'll post it in the chat box along with the video of this particular recording in the YouTube. So both you can find it in the chat box. So you can post your ID also, and we will also post the information through the chat box as well. Today we have good number of participants and we are expecting more. And you can ask your students also to join this session if possible. If not, the teachers can definitely join.
Okay, ma'am. I have shared my mail ID, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Anyone else, in case if you're having any doubts, you can ask now. If not, you can definitely write to me on manisha.kavuri@cii.in. I don't think so that any more questions are gonna come. Anyways, thank you so much to all the participants, to all the schools who are part of this program. Definitely, your thought of attending this webinar itself had given a good, a boost up for all of us to encourage such kind of webinars, to encourage more students, more schools to be part of this movement towards sustainability and greening. And thank you so much, Halak, for being our guest speaker, and also Gargi Das for giving such wonderful presentation on the illumination and part and all. Definitely, your ideas that you had given, it will definitely boost up and ignite more thoughts within the participants and the schools. Thank you so much, everyone. So, heading towards the fourth webinar, we'll meet again on 21st of August. We actually earlier we were conducting from 11:30 to 12:30 in the morning, but upon request we had shifted it to 3 to 4 o'clock in the evening, so afternoon. So definitely this will add more participation, and we'll have more interactive sessions beyond. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much.